2023 National Electrical Code allows electrical panels to be installed in closets given certain conditions are met. Firstly, the closet must be accessible without removing any permanent part of the structure. Secondly, the closet needs to be at least 30 inches wide and 30 inches deep. Thirdly, the panel has to be mounted on the wall a minimum of 6 inches above the floor. Finally, the closet door must remain closed and latched. Moving on to shared neutrals, the National Electrical Code specifies that they are only permitted for multi-wire branch circuits. To qualify as a multi-wire branch circuit, several criteria must be satisfied. 1. The conductors must form part of the same circuit. 2. The conductors must be on different phases, such as one on line 1 and the other on line 2. 3. The conductors must be of the same size, for example, both 12 American wire gauge. 4. The neutral conductor has to be common to both circuits. If circuits are not on different phases, running a 12/3 wire with ground and splitting two circuits to share the neutral is not correct. If the circuits are on different phases, creating a multi-wire branch circuit and using a shared neutral is permissible. The correct procedure for a circuit needing two conductors and a neutral involves running a 12/2 wire with ground cable, incorporating a red wire, a black wire, a white wire, and a green or bare copper wire. The white wire should be designated as the neutral, while the red and black wires function as the hot conductors. Let's delve deeper into the requirements for electrical panels and closets according to the National Electrical Code. Accessibility is key. The panel must be readily accessible for inspection, maintenance, and repairs. It shouldn't be hidden behind obstructions or require special tools to reach. The specified dimensions of 30 inches wide and 30 inches deep are intended to provide adequate working space around the panel. This allows electricians to safely and effectively perform their tasks. Mounting the panel at least 6 inches above the floor helps protect it from potential water damage and also makes it easier to access the lower terminals. The requirement to keep the closet door closed and latched is a safety measure to prevent accidental contact with live electrical component. It also helps to keep dust and debris out of the panel. Now let's explore the concept of multi-wire branch circuits and shared neutrals in more detail. A multi-wire branch circuit is essentially two or more ungrounded conductors that share a common neutral conductor. This configuration can save on wiring materials and reduce voltage drop, but it's crucial to follow the National Electrical Code guidelines to ensure safety. The requirement that the conductors be part of the same circuit means that they must originate from the same overcurrent protection device, such as a circuit breaker. This ensures that all conductors in the circuit are de-energized simultaneously in the event of a fault. The stipulation that the conductors be on different phases is essential for balancing the load in the electrical system. In a three-phase system, the phases are typically designated as line 1, line 2, and line 3. By connecting the ungrounded conductors to different phases, the load is distributed more evenly, which can improve the overall efficiency and stability of the system. Using conductors of the same size is important for ensuring that the neutral conductor is capable of carrying the maximum potential current. If the ungrounded conductors are different sizes, the neutral conductor must be sized to accommodate the largest conductor. The neutral conductor must be common to both circuits to provide a return path for the current. This means that the neutral conductor must be connected to the neutral busbar in the electrical panel and must be sized appropriately for the load. The National Electrical Code contains specific requirements for the sizing of neutral conductors in multi-wire branch circuits. Let's discuss some additional considerations for wiring circuits that require two ungrounded conductors and a neutral. Using a 12/2 wire with ground cable is a common and accepted practice. The red and black wires are typically used as the ungrounded conductors, while the white wire is used as the neutral conductor and the green or bare copper wire is used for grounding. It's important to properly identify and label all conductors to avoid confusion during installation and maintenance. The ungrounded conductors should be connected to separate circuit breakers in the electrical panel. The neutral conductor should be connected to the neutral busbar, and the grounding conductor should be connected to the grounding busbar. All connections should be made securely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code requirements. It is important to consult the latest edition of the National Electrical Code and any applicable local codes before beginning any electrical work. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations. It is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest technological advancements and safety practices. Adhering to the National Electrical Code helps to ensure the safety of people and property. In addition to the requirements discussed above, there are several other important considerations for electrical installations. These include proper grounding and bonding, overcurrent protection, and wiring methods. Grounding and bonding are essential for providing a safe path for fault current to return to the source. This helps to prevent electrical shock and fire hazards. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Wiring methods refer to the types of cables and conduits used for electrical installations. The National Electrical Code specifies the types of wiring methods that are permitted for different applications. It's crucial to select the appropriate wiring method for the specific installation to ensure safety and compliance. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified individuals who have the necessary knowledge and skills. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, it's best to hire a licensed electrician. A licensed electrician will have the training and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Always take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Before working on any electrical circuit, be sure to turn off the power at the main breaker. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Never work on electrical equipment in wet or damp conditions. And always follow the National Electrical Code requirements and any applicable local codes. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure the safety of your electrical installations. Now, let's further clarify the use of shared neutrals and multi-wire branch circuits with some examples. Consider a kitchen circuit where you want to power 2 separate countertop receptacles. Instead of running 2 separate 12/2 cables, you could run a single 12/3 cable, using the red and black wires for the hot conductors of each receptacle and sharing the white wire as the neutral. However, it's crucial that the 2 receptacles are on different phases. This means that one receptacle would be connected to line 1 and the other would be connected to line 2. This configuration would create a multi-wire branch circuit with a shared neutral. Another example could be in a bathroom where you want to power a light fixture and a GFCI receptacle. Again, you could use a 12/3 cable with the red and black wires for the hot conductors and the white wire as the shared neutral. As before, the light fixture and the receptacle must be on different phases. It's important to note that multi-wire branch circuits with shared neutrals are not permitted in all situations. Some jurisdictions may have local codes that prohibit or restrict their use. It's always best to check with your local electrical inspector to ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes. In addition to the safety considerations, there are also some practical considerations to keep in mind when using multi-wire branch circuits. One is that it can be more difficult to troubleshoot problems with these circuits. If one of the ungrounded conductors has a fault, it can be difficult to isolate the problem without disconnecting the entire circuit. Another consideration is that multi-wire branch circuits can be more susceptible to voltage drop. This is because the neutral conductor is carrying the current from both ungrounded conductors. If the neutral conductor is not sized appropriately, it can cause voltage drop, which can affect the performance of the connected equipment. In summary, multi-wire branch circuits with shared neutrals can be a useful way to save on wiring materials and reduce voltage drop. However, it's crucial to follow the National Electrical Code guidelines and any applicable local codes to ensure safety and compliance. It's also important to consider the practical implications of using these circuits before deciding to install them. Remember that proper planning and execution are essential for any electrical installation. Before starting any work, take the time to carefully plan the layout of the circuits, select the appropriate wiring methods, and size the conductors and overcurrent protection devices. And always double-check your work to ensure that everything is connected correctly and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. By following these best practices, you can help to ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Understanding the intricacies of electrical codes and best practices is an ongoing process. The National Electrical Code is constantly evolving to address new technologies and safety concerns. It's important to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code to ensure that your electrical installations are compliant and safe. There are many resources available to help you stay informed about the National Electrical Code. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, which publishes the National Electrical Code, offers a variety of training courses and publications. Your local electrical inspector can also be a valuable resource for information and guidance. In addition to the National Electrical Code, there may be other codes and standards that apply to your electrical installations. These could include local building codes, energy codes, and accessibility codes. It's important to be aware of all applicable codes and standards before starting any electrical work. The electrical industry is constantly changing and evolving. New technologies are being developed all the time, and existing technologies are being improved. It's an exciting time to be involved in the electrical field. However, it's also important to be aware of the challenges and risks involved. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's essential to take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. By staying informed, following best practices, and prioritizing safety, you can have a long and successful career in the electrical industry. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity. Electricity is a powerful force that can cause serious injury or death if handled improperly. Always take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. If you are ever unsure about something, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can help to prevent electrical accidents and create a safer environment for all. This overview of electrical panels in closets and shared neutrals provides a foundation for understanding these important concepts. However, it's crucial to consult the National Electrical Code and other relevant resources for complete and accurate information. The National Electrical Code is the definitive source for electrical safety standards, and it's essential to follow its guidelines to ensure the safety of your electrical installations. Always remember to prioritize safety and to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified individuals who have the necessary knowledge and skills. It's important to approach electrical projects with a thorough understanding of the relevant codes, standards, and safety practices. By doing so, you can help to ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Always take the time to plan your work carefully, select the appropriate materials and tools, and follow the National Electrical Code guidelines. And never hesitate to ask for help if you need it. There are many experienced electricians who are willing to share their knowledge and expertise. By working together, we can help to create a safer and more reliable electrical environment for everyone. Let's reiterate the importance of consulting the National Electrical Code for specific requirements and guidelines. The National Electrical Code is a living document that is constantly updated to reflect the latest technological advancements and safety practices. It's essential to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code to ensure that your electrical installations are compliant and safe. The National Electrical Code is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association and other authorized distributors. It's also available online through various subscription services. In addition to the National Electrical Code, there may be other codes and standards that apply to your electrical installations. These could include local building codes, energy codes, and accessibility codes. It's important to be aware of all applicable codes and standards before starting any electrical work. Your local electrical inspector can be a valuable resource for information and guidance on these codes and standards. They can also provide you with information on permitting requirements and inspection procedures. Remember, compliance with all applicable codes and standards is essential for ensuring the safety and legality of your electrical installations. It's always best to err on the side of caution and to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. The National Electrical Code is a complex and comprehensive document. It's not always easy to understand and interpret. If you are not familiar with the code, it's best to seek the help of a qualified electrician. They can provide you with guidance on how to apply the code to your specific situation. They can also help you to avoid common mistakes and to ensure that your electrical installations are compliant and safe. Electrical work is not a do-it-yourself project. It's a specialized field that requires extensive training and experience. If you are not a qualified electrician, you should not attempt to perform electrical work yourself. You could put yourself and others at risk of serious injury or death. Always hire a licensed and insured electrician to perform any electrical work in your home or business. A licensed electrician has the training and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. They are also required to carry insurance to protect you from liability in the event of an accident. When hiring an electrician, be sure to check their credentials and to ask for references. You should also get a written estimate before any work is started. This will help you to avoid any surprises later on. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Always take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. And always hire a qualified electrician to perform any electrical work in your home or business. This information is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. The electrical codes and standards are constantly changing, and it's important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. A qualified electrician can help you to ensure that your electrical installations are compliant and safe. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's essential to take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Always turn off the power at the main breaker before working on any electrical circuit. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Never work on electrical equipment in wet or damp conditions. And always follow the National Electrical Code requirements and any applicable local codes. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure the safety of your electrical installations. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can help to prevent electrical accidents and create a safer environment for all.